Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Forge World and Games Workshop. A very warm welcome to you new viewers and subscribers. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you Primaris, Lieutenant and Primarch members, as well as a thank you to the Patreons that help support this channel. If you'd like to support this channel, please consider subscribing or by clicking the Element Games affiliate link here where you can save yourself up to 25% off of your Warhammer goodness. Don't forget to use the promotional code at the checkout where you can earn yourself double the number of crystals. And I want to say a huge thank you to all of you that continue to do that, even if it's an order of £10, £20 or something. That really does help the channel out and allows me to continue making these daily videos. The upcoming Lumineth Realm Lords videos are because of you Element Games affiliate link users, and that will be the same for the Soulblight Grave Lords. I can't make any of that content without you guys, so a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start off with the Warhammer community website right here. Look at that. Amazing image, isn't it? Absolutely stunning of this chaplain. Altar of Wrath. We'll have a little look at that later on. But in the meantime, let's rewind the clock to the 20th of March. And this was way back on the Saturday last weekend where I watched the preview live with a number of you on Discord. If you haven't already joined, it's free. It's a great place to hang out, share painting tips and hobbies, and flex about your new purchases. And join us late night on Wednesdays and Saturdays after the Warhammer live streams, if you wish. But we had the preview on the Saturday right here with Adam and Eddie. Very impressed. I implore you to load up my preview review because I look at all of these units in depth and give my thoughts and opinions. To some of it, it was fantastic. Really like these kind of dark souls, skeletons with armor, Walking Dead. The Dead Walkers, or I'm just going to call them Walking Dead, look pretty good. Bats are nice. The artwork is stunning. There is a zombie dragon in the background. Bone Reapers get a Underworlds warband with this cool Executioner model. Necromunda are getting the Redemptionists. These guys here that just add flamers to everything, including chainswords. There's a new Hive War box set. Bit of a refresh from that. And Cenari are getting a new HQ, a lieutenant kind of unit called a Marshal. He's going to look great with your Vanguard, all your Rangers, and obviously preview for the Codex. That is going to be a thick Codex, I tell you that right now, especially if they decide to put all of the Knights in there. Sisters are getting a new tank, finally. They get some more heavy support, and there's a preview of the Orcs, these savage Orcs, very like prehistoric, riding these squigs to battle. This guy here with loads of bones looks amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. This gives me hope for another October of 2021. I did an October last year. For 2 months, there was a single video every day. On top of my daily content, it nearly broke me. But luckily, I have the toughness of an orc. Or is it the strength? I can never remember. Clearly, I have the brain of a fungus. Okay, so that was a little review of the preview. On the same day, you could pre-order the Drakari. Beautiful looking collector's edition of the Codex there, and the normal Codex. Combat Patrol, actually pretty decent this time. You got the cards and the dice. You've got some t-shirts. You've got the Piety and Pain box set. I think that sold out quite quick as well. The Games Workshop had some issues with their web store last weekend on Saturday. They had the 2 new models in there, the Palatine and Lilith Hesperax. No doubt they'll be available individually in their own little clamshell packs or little boxes in the next couple of months. I think a new saga, so you've got Warzone Caradon or Charadon, however you want to pronounce that. They even did a limited edition version of it as well. Quite strange, but they seem to be doing collector's editions or limited editions of all of the books nowadays. Why not? You've got the Crusade Plague Pack. You've got the Diachasm Underworlds, this new Starblood Stalkers. Nice paint guides for them as well. I like actually for the Starblood Stalkers, very useful, and some t-shirts. And yeah, Middle Earth returns to Games Workshop with a form of Treebeard. Fantastic looking model. If I was really heavily into Lord of the Rings, I would pick that up in a heartbeat. It looks amazing. And yeah, these dice, Fantastic. Oh, you've also got Quick Beam as well that Forge World have produced. And these Dragon Call Acolytes, again from Forge World. Blood Bowl, you had some more pitches and some dice and Halfling Team cards. But that was it for pre-orders last weekend, which was a fair chunk, to be fair. This weekend, today, there's even more. Wait, there's more. And that kicked off last week on Sunday with the preview. Look at all this Lumineth goodness. I've warned my bank manager, but he's still not happy about the situation with Games Workshop. Not spreading their releases out, but just releasing everything on one day. Long gone are the days when Games Workshop would just release like one model a week. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You know, you could actually afford the hobby. You know, you could just walk down to the store or whatever. Well, we can't even do that at the moment, but you get where I'm coming from. It'd be nice to just walk down the store and buy one Lumineth and then do that for the next few weeks. But no, they are just binge releasing everything. It kicks off with the Broken Realms book, the second Broken Realms book. The first one was with Marathi on there. You've got a standard edition and a limited. Quite a thick book. I've already looked at the pre-orders over in New Zealand, and 152 pages. It's a chunky one, guys. Then you've got some Broken Realms like inspired army sets. You've got a Nurgle one. You've got the Stormcast one. You've got the Vampire Count one, and you've got a Vampire Count one or an Undead one, and you've got the Bone Reapers inspired one. That one is very, very nice. If you haven't got any of the cavalry, it's a great way to get them. Another Battletome Lumineth Realm Lords. Can you believe it? I don't think anybody's played a game of Lumineth, and they've already got their second, I say codex, you know what I mean, Battletome. They've already got their second army book. It looks stunning again, like the previous one. I probably prefer this cover art as well. You've got the limited edition and the standard edition. I've looked at the number of pages, and it's a good 136. So you're getting about 40 pages more, which is a considerable chunk. It's probably about 50% extra in content. But if you've already got the previous Battletome, they have said that you can pick up the Techless book, which has all of the war scrolls for the new units. But then, of course, if you go into a game or something, you're going to have to be lugging around 2 books instead of 1. But there we go. There is that option not to pick up this and just get the Techless book. Here are the new units. Hold on to your hats for me absolutely butchering all of the pronunciations of these characters. We've got Lirior Uthral, Warden of Metrica. Yeah, incredible. I love this model. It's fantastic. It's definitely one of the better Lumineth models. And I really can't make a decision over this character or a Lord Regent, this one. This one encompasses a fair amount of dynamism. Is that the word? Dynamism? Yeah. Whereas this one is sort of striding forward on this bit of masonry. I want to get both. I think they're so cool. I prefer the head of the cow tiger jaguar thing than this one. I mean, it might just be the colour, that it's this like pale white rather than this tiger stripe colour. But there you go. One of the better looking models for Lumineth. Then you've got the Kangaroos, or the Hurricane Wind Chargers. These Lumineth on these Tree Runner steeds. They're just called Tree Runners, and they're, you know, they've got bows and they've got the quivers strapped to the side. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of them. You know, I think the arms look a bit too long. They remind me of the Gallimimus off Jurassic Park, but there we go, that's those. Venari Banner Blade. This is like the largest banner I've ever seen, I think, on a mini, and it's great that it's got detail on the banner, so you don't have to do a load of freehand, because freehand's just not my cup of tea. That dude is going to have a lot of presence. You've got the Cenari Caligrave. This model could have been so cool, but they decided to have this floating bit of parchment. He's got his sword on his back, which isn't doing anything. He's got some like clogs on stilts, and he's got this lamppost. This piece here Reminds me of two things. One, the metal rod that you hold that you can go around the squiggly piece of metal where if you touch the sides it rings an alarm. And it also reminds me of those dental floss things where there's a bit of floss here and you put it in between your teeth. Yeah, odd model. Not a huge fan of that one. Then we've got the furries in the form of Severeth, Lord of the Seventh Wind. So a named character with this very large giant magical bow called Enethrai, or Enethray, I think it's Enethrai. I like the quiver and I like the head. If we look down here, you can just build it as one of the other hurricane spirits. I like this one more just because it's aiming, and the quiver is smaller. I don't know what on earth this thing is. I really don't know what this is right here. It looks a bit odd, but yeah, the magical bow looks nicer, and the quiver looks amazing, and the head. But this one has, I say, the better pose, and has this, this ribbon along the front of it. But we'll see. I haven't decided. I might get both. Who knows? The Hurricane Wind Mage, or Goku on his Nimbus Cloud. Amazing. I like this model. It's a strange pose. He's sort of like looking, sort of like looking at an angle. And then the fan as well. I'd rather him be kind of looking forward where he's aiming this mace thing, like charging, rather than like looking half glance at something. Yeah, it's odd. It's an odd one. I'm not convinced on that one either. The Ballista, amazing quiver for these long spears. This image doesn't do it that much justice. It kind of looks like he's blowing onto the the spears, but yeah, if they just rotated a little bit more, it probably would have come out better. But he is going to fire these spears. It is a bit odd that they've just kind of got a shield on the front there and nothing larger, and then you've got these lanterns around here. Again, that's a bit odd, and the support for it too. It's very, very spindly support. Maybe it connects here with the quiver, but yeah, again, I'm not 100% sold on that one. Some of these models really do ask more questions than they give answers to. And these Venari Bladelords, I like the blades, I like the dual blades. That sword is massive. I'm not fully sure on the poses except for this one. Their legs look small, but that might just be the colour scheme they've gone for. The helmets, they're not too bad. I like the kind of banner pole things that they've got, very samurai. And the sheaths just look like they go straight down. Maybe they're connected to the banner poles. But yeah, we'll have to see on those. But yeah, they're asking a fair bit of money for those ones. The Cenari Law Seeker, it's not too bad, that one. Again, bit of an odd pose. But they're warriors and mages, so it's a warrior mage. But yeah, can't really say much more about that one. Then we've got Alania and Elathor, Eclipsean War Sages, or Owl Kicker, as I like to call her. Yeah, she's got this big Chupa Chups lollipop, and this guy's got this magical candy floss sword. I would have preferred them to like have the owl flying off her hand, have her on a separate base, and have them in a pack, and then him just on his own in that cool pose, because I really like his pose. And the plume, I think, could have been or the top knot, whatever you want to call it, I think it could have been a little bit shorter. And these tassels are massive. But her, that headdress is huge. And I'm not sure why we need an owl there either. But, cool pose. But, yeah, they've done this twin thing again, haven't they? Like they did with Slaanesh. It considerably bumps up the price for these models. I think this one's like £34 or something crazy. But there we go. That's those twins. And then one of the best, if not the best, models in the whole set. And you know it's going to be made out of that harder, rougher, harder to work with China-made plastic, is the Shrine Luminor. It's a stunning scenery piece. Forget the buffs and things that it's going to give you, Lumineth. I think that would look amazing, or having a couple of them on the board. I think people are going to go nuts for this scenery piece, partially because of that incredible painting effect that they've done on both the stones, on the actual archway itself, and on the waterfall. We need to see more scenery pieces like this, Games Workshop, preferably made by yourselves as well, so we can cram even more detail into them. I'm really looking forward to this, and it's odd, isn't it, that it has to take a scenery piece to get me excited about a model range, but this has got me excited. Then you've got the War Scroll cards as usual, and new from Black Library, you've got the Vampire Genevieve, so it's horror book. And then you've got Luther. Now, if this looks familiar, they did release Luther a little while ago, but now you're getting him in sort of normal hardback. And this is again that causes confusion. If they just release all 3 editions in one go, then you can take your pick, can't you? But by releasing hardbacks and softbacks later down the line, people have to think. People have to take a double take. That creates uncertainty and creates a loss of time, and they may end up not buying the book at all because of the process they go through. But then you've got the End of Enlightenment. You've got a Richard Strachan pits the Lumineth Realm Lords against the invading forces of Nagash, Ossiarch, Bone Reapers. That might be a decent read. Then you've got another Marvel comic of Martyrs Calgar, and it's super collectible. And then from Forge World, finally, I've been saying this for weeks, haven't I? If you've watched these videos, nearly every week I say, oh, hopefully we'll get the Wordbearers, Legion Praetor and Terminator Praetor. Well, there is a reason why I bang that drum repeatedly, and that is because I wouldn't be so interested in these if I wasn't going to pick them up. They look fantastic. I have pre-ordered them. We're going to get an unboxing and review next weekend on this channel, so if you have any interest in Horus Heresy or Wordbearers, visit this channel next week, and we'll see them up close and personal, do some size comparisons and things with other Primarchs with an S on the end. Very exciting times. Then you've got White Scar's Primaris Intercessor action figure. Bandai have been pumping out a few of these. I think there's an Ultramarines, an Imperial Fists, a Blood Angels, and a Salamanders, and now we've got a White Scar. Yeah, they keep doing what they do. They're going to be super collectible one day, so up to you if you want to pick them up. So as you can see, there's going to be a lot of pre-orders for me to cover and for me to have a look. It's going to be extremely busy on the channel over the next few weeks, and that's not even touching on the Night month, where I'll cover nothing but Imperial Knights for a month. Looking forward to that, but I do think that Lumineth and Curse City and Soulblight Gravelords are putting a spanner in my works for my release schedule. You had a number of articles through the week that looked at some of the Lumineth new units, such as the Chosen Heroes, Tyrion, Elania and Elathor, Alteri, and then you've got Lyrior Uthral has the voice of Tyrion, and you get command points, and you've got a nice Demon Bane weapon. Then there was a Curse City hero, doesn't play well with others, so we've got the novel, which I'm definitely going to be picking up. This Battle Mage here is Morval Albrecht, or Albrecht. A new model Monday. I like these new model Mondays. I wish they could do more of these. I'm a big fan. This vampire lady just looks amazing. Lady Annika, the Thirsting Blade. She's a very pointy model. Yeah, gonna look fantastic. I like the green that they've done on her too. How to get even faster, tougher, or more murdery in Warhammer Quest Curse City. Little article there. Rumour Engine from 23rd of March. In my opinion, that looks like some kind of spear that orcs would use. It's got that kind of metal look to it. Could be completely wrong though. An article about the Hurricanes wind chargers. 5 reasons the Drakari should fear you. When a gash comes knocking, there's no better bodyguard than a Venari Bladelord. Another unit article. And New Sisters books are coming soon. This was interesting. You've got Ephrael Stern. I don't think I picked that one up. I did pick up the Demonifuge graphic novel, but now it's my time to pick up Ephrael Stern. And you've also got Rose in Anger. I really need to pick this one up because my sisters are Order of the Bloody Rose. I like to call them the Order of the Bloody Nose, but there we go. And then you've got the Book of Martyrs, which is an anthology book. These may well be released alongside the Nundam model, you know, the Sisters Walker, and the tank. Maybe there's a couple of other new things, who knows. And then you've got the preview of these limited editions. So you've got James Swallow's stories about Sister Miria, Faith and Fire, and Hammer and Anvil. And they look amazing in that. I really want to try and pick that up because I like these books in this kind of material. Sucker for them. Then we had some quite interesting new news in terms of Volkite weapons. Apparently, Volkite weapons pop void shields like bubbles. I never really realised that. I thought that they were just big microwave type death ray things. Now, it's more miss than hit, in my opinion, with these weapons. I can be quite savage sometimes and blunt. But what I will say about these weapons is the Warlord Volkite weapon, it's called a Volkite Destructor. I think the tip is too small. That opening there, the barrel of the gun there, is too small. It's too condensed. I think the opening should be bigger. The rest of the weapon looks a bit too thick. You've got these massive cable bundles completely exposed. And then you've got these capacitor banks or whatever they are. They look offset. They look a bit too low. So I'm wondering whether it's gonna, the weight of those. I know it's all, space magic, but I'm wondering whether they could have been moved up a little bit in line with the rest of the gun. That might have made it look a bit better, and not have these cables at all, even just negate them altogether. But I'm really hoping, but I'm still hoping for a 28mm scale version of the weapon. Hopefully they will address some of the issues, or rather than it just be a copy and paste, because some of the weapons do look way better in 28mm scale. The Reaver weapon, again, just looks... I'm not a huge fan of the big pipe there and the targeting array. I know they had to put the targeting lens somewhere. Again, I think the weapon is too stubby. Look how short that is. I like the top capacitor kind of ammo drivers there. That's fine. But then the Warhound one, I do prefer. So this is the Warlord one. Look, as you can see how small that opening is, and how sort of stepped the rear capacitors are. The Reaver, look how short that is. I'm not a big fan of how short that weapon is. But then the Warhound, as I say, that looks cool. I think there's a lot in proportion, maybe because it looks so much like the Glaive's Volkite weapon. But yeah, if the 28mm scale comes out of the Warhound, definitely going to be picking that up. And I hope it does. I really do, because there have been a few Adeptus Titanicus weapons recently that Forge World just haven't released in 28mm scale, as well as because these will all be from Forge World, by the way. And I really wish that they did get on that. We've had the Gatling Blasters option and the Vulcan Mega Bolters and the Shock Lances and the Ursus Claws have been out for quite a while now on Forge World, and I just really do hope they release the 28mm scales, because my Titans have the weapons, they have all the weapons, and they are thirsty for more for me to get finished and magnetize. So yeah, that was an interesting article looking at the new weapons out of left field. I was not expecting that. Riding around the battlefield in a stylish floating temple is the most Lumineth thing ever. So this article here focuses on this beautiful scenery piece, which we'll have a look at in a moment. I think it does work well with the units that they've put in that picture, especially the Stone Mage. And it gives you all the rules and things. And yeah, you've also got this character here. Is Altar of Wrath the most photorealistic Warhammer animation yet? So certainly looks incredible. I mean, yeah, a lot of rendering there. And you've got an animations newsletter as well. New from Forge World, so these were up for pre-order yesterday on Friday the 26th of March. They look amazing. I picked them up. They're going to be on the channel. I really like the normal Praetor. I mean, that head's quite nice. Loads of detail, lots going on. I like that. But this helmet looks amazing. He's got a mohawk made of bones. You can't really see it very well here, but we'll have a look on the Forge World web store. Yeah, I'm going to have him with that helmet. I'm not a big fan of these cables to the plasma pistol. It works on the, I've forgotten the shooty console, but it works on him because he's just firing all the time. But this one, maybe not. I might just snip that cable off and just have it loose. I'm not a fan of that, but the old school power plant looks brilliant. He's got his little flask of vitamin C, maybe, I don't know. And this Praetor in the, I want to say Cataphracti armor, because of the shoulder pauldrons. The shoulder pauldrons aren't as curved, but there we go. Again, nice helmetless head for there. He's got a book on his shoulder pauldron and candles and a skull. I mean, yeah, amazing. Big fan of those. You've got Morval Albrecht is a selfish jerk in the short story from Curse City. So this is a short story if you wish to read that. And then How to Survive a Godly Smackdown between Teclas and Nagash. I mean, yeah, both stunning models. But Nagash is, yeah, very powerful, isn't he? Let's face it. You've got Lightfell Tharian as well. And you've got, keep an eye on the neighbours, you've got Sloppity Barpiper. But yeah, you've got some updated heralds as well for them. And there you go, that's all the news. As I said, a lot of news to get through today from last weekend. A lot happened, probably one of the most busiest weeks for a long time that I can remember. So without further ado, let's go over to Forge World and have a look at those Word Bearers Praetors. Okay, so here we are on Forge World's web store, and it's very refreshing to see some new units on here. Yeah, we've got the Crush Them Beneath the Treads, and that's pretty much it. But it's nice to show them there, and also very nice to show Spread the Word, feature, focus on some other Word Bearers units. So if we just open that in a new tab, let's have a look at the new units first, though. These two Word Bearers Legion Praetors. So you've got the standard Praetor there with the plasma pistol and power sword. £22 he's going to set you back. I like 90% of what they've done with this. Other than the cabling with the plasma, I like the vials, I like the books, I like the 17th Legion iconography, I like all the runes and things that they're chiseled into their armor. Yeah, just really cool model. Look at that. Even got a bit of a scenic base as well going on. It's got an awesome skull on his left shoulder pauldron. And then if that wasn't so good, you get this amazing helmeted version. Look at that. That looks so cool. Definitely snipping off that plasma pipe though. I don't know what I'll put there because I reckon it's a plug and socket kind of deal, but we'll see. But yeah, it's like a mohawk but with bones. Kind of reminds me of the Noise Marine with the guitar. But yeah, that's the Praetor. He's coming to the channel, so stay tuned and we'll see him next weekend. The second Praetor is this Word Bearers Legion Terminator Praetor. Out of stock. So sold out yesterday very quickly. Again, another fantastic looking model. I'm not a huge fan of the flames on the mace and the top brazier, I want to call it. But I like this screaming skull. I like the parchment. I like the little shield and the full book that he's got on his shoulder pauldron. I like the candles and the skull. I like this combi melter gun that he's got on his side. If we just do a 360 view, yeah, look at that. Awesome weapon that he's got holstered. He's got his arm outstretched. He's about to challenge. Again, we've got this cable that's powering up this mace. Maybe it sets enemies on fire with every kind of blow. That would be cool. But yeah, really nice. And the helmetless one looks all right too with this face mask thing. But yeah, there you go. Incredible helmet, incredible skull and candles. Big fan of this one. Can't wait to see him. I mean, yeah, they didn't drill out the barrels, no. But yeah, we'll check this one out next weekend as well. But yeah, when I clicked on Word Bearers Spread the Word, you've also got to look at all of the other Word Bearers units. I don't feel like they got that much love compared to some of the other legions. I mean, you've got Lorgar, which is £63 now. I remember when he was, I think, 50 or so. You've got the two Praetors, which is great. Zardu Layak and Blade Slayers. I still think they are pretty expensive. However, if you look at them from a point of view of £20 each, then it kind of makes sense. I mean, these Praetors are £22. Actually, that Praetor there is cheaper than Uriel Ventris and has a different head option. So I'm just putting that out there. I think that's the only way they can sort of sell those is Layak with the Blade Slaves, because they follow him around all the time, and you know, there's a lot of detail there for these, and you can always proxy them as possessed in your Chaos Force, which is what I do with my. I mean, look at how cool he looks. Such a annoying fellow, though, isn't he, in the books? Anyway. Yeah, I use the Galvorback as my possessed, but not a huge fan of the Ashen Circle. The Dreadnoughts look amazing. I like both of them, fantastic. And then you've just got some armor plates and things and some dice. I mean, the dice are beautiful, but that's about it. So yeah, would have liked to have seen more units and things, but hey, maybe because these are so popular, we might get something new for Word Bearers at some point. And that's it for Forge World. Let's jump on over to Games Workshop and have a look at all of these Lumineth. And here we are on Games Workshop's web store. The first page, as you can see, we have quite a few Lumineth Realm Lords. Oddly enough, they're advertising the Wardens there, I think they are, not the new things, but they've got the new icons here down at the bottom. And they've also got Arco Blade Lazerne and Horzek Venai. Anyway, you got some Broken Realms things going on. So if we just click on new and exclusive and we hit pre-orders, 51 pre-orders. We've done it. We've only gone and done it. We've hit over the half-century mark with the number of pre-orders today. Click on view all. We're on a high to low. Wow. This is just succulent. I think I worked out this is 18 miniatures. And yes, you could say, oh, well, super, there's technically 2 miniatures on there. Well, if you could say that, then you could technically say that there's 3 miniatures on there. But yeah, 18 based miniatures here with the bit of artwork framed. £287. It's no longer available. We are 10 minutes into the pre-orders and it's no longer available. Already sold out. There are only 100 of these art prints anyway. So yeah, they're obviously extremely popular. Almost £300 there for 18 miniatures and a piece of art. Yeah, Piety and Pain, that was up for pre-order last weekend. Then you've got Bandai White Scars Primaris Intercessor action figure. Product is made to order and will be delivered in 270 days. If my maths serve me correctly, that's possibly up to 9 months away. Yes, but it's sprayed in the White Scars chapter colours. Looks really cool. Clearly it's going to be collector's edition. I know people collect them, so there you go. Then we've got some more sort of new boxes in the forms of this Broken Realms Horek Venzai, Horek's Dreadlance. This is pretty good, especially if you get it at a discount from, you know, Element Games and you use my affiliate link. You can pick this up for about £50 or so, which is fantastic. One of these characters here goes for about £30, and then you've got you know, 2 sets of cavalry. If you need some buffing for your Ossiarch Bone Reapers, that's a great way of doing that. £55. You can't really go wrong with this set as well. The Gortal Pulp Skull Invidian Plague Host. Now I just know that Games Workshop are trolling me in terms of breaking me on pronouncing these exotic names for box sets and characters, but I'm nearly broken. You get 2 units of Plague Bearers, and you get Slopty Bar Piper. This dude right here. Oh, we can only see a 360, okay, which is a fantastic looking model and worth it just for this sweet Nurgling, and also the Scrivener as well. Moving down, we've got the Battletome Lumineth Realm Lords limited edition, £50. You can still pre-order it. It's limited to 700 copies. if we go down here, it's 136 pages, so it's sort of beefy this time. It'll have all of the new units in there. If you wanted to know, it's 40 pages more than the previous battle tome, which of course I believe everybody's had plenty of games with since it was released in May or June last year. I think it's fantastic that Games Workshop are saying how many copies there are, but also how many pages. I hope that continues. I really, really do. If they can just up the resolution of the contents, then I'd be a very, very happy bunny. So that you can see all of the units and the rest of those things. And that's the only thing that I wish that they would add further. Then you've got Broken Realms Techless Limited Edition. This book is also £50. It kind of looks, I'm getting like a Raiden or Raiden feel from him from Mortal Kombat, maybe because of this golden headpiece is looking a lot like one of those hats. But this is quite a chunky one too. This is more pages than the Codex. Again, only 700 copies, but 152 pages. So you're getting another 16 pages or so over the Codex or Battle Tome. The Broken Realms Gorstein Mortavel's Hellcourt. Crikey. My poor lips and tongue can let loose an unholy crusade of religious fanatics dedicated to Nagash. I think that's quite cool. 3 crypt horrors, 20 crypt ghouls, and 1 abhorrent archregent. I'm kind of getting like the feeling of a Start Collecting box set with a couple of these. And then you've got this one. I'm going to murder the pronunciation on this one. Broken Realms, Arcobold, Lazerne, Chintil War, Magi. Anyway, yeah, these awesome looking Arcana machines, I want to call them. You've got a Celestial Hurricanum or a Luminarch of Hish. Moving down, you had a couple of the orders from last weekend. You've got the End of Enlightenment collection, which includes the standard edition of the Techless Broken Realms book and the novel as well by Richard Strachan. Then we've got the Lumineth actual new releases in terms of the figures. So you've got the Huracan wind chargers. I see what you did there. You're trying to do Hurricane. Yeah, I know. £39.50 for these. I want to call them kangaroos, but the arms are... They look a bit longer, don't they? They remind me of the Gallimimuses. I think they are going to be single pose minis. I don't think there's going to be much customization at all. I have not yet seen the guy in charge. I guess it's this one with the biggest banner. But would have been nice for that price point to have a dual kit. It kind of makes me feel lucky with what them 40k are getting in terms of the Cerberus Raiders and the Sulfur Hounds. These are the £39.50 single monopose minis. Age of Sigmar more and more are becoming less of a game focused system and more of a collectible system. That's what it seems to me anyway. But you've got Venari Bladelords as well, a little bit cheaper, but £36.50 for 5 little plastic dudes. 3 sprues as well, I think. Just 3 sprues, that's £12 per sprue. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And the blades, 5 blades. Yeah, very, very sparse. You've got a helmetless head there as well. But I'm going to have all of mine with helmets. So yeah, £36.50. Oof, pricey. We go down here and we've got the Shrine Luminor, £35. I think that's all right, for the size of it as well. I think it will be a 2 sprue job. Look, it's the darker China-made plastic, of course. But 2 sprues, £17 a sprue. That's kind of what we're expecting with scenery these days. But I'm just glad that they got some scenery. I was hoping that Lumineth would get some scenery, and I really do welcome any kind of faction or new faction to get a new piece of scenery each new time, because then you could just add and you can just create your battlefield looking fantastic. I mean, this thing is amazing. I really like the look of it, and I can just imagine quite a few of them on the battlefield. But yeah, that can be yours for £35. One of the best models in my opinion of this release. Then you've got Sephiroth, Lord of Seventh Wind. And also, you can make Hurricane Spirit of the Wind. So you can make both those models in this one kit. But £34.50. That's really, really pushing it now. I mean, yes, it's 3 sprues. But we're talking over £10 a sprue. It is a dual kit, though. So you can make either or. And then you've got another named character. Again, you can make two different units with this one. Either Lyrior Uthral, Warden of Metrica, or a Venari Lord Regent, and I actually prefer this to the Jumping Fox. This dude right here is amazing. Really, really like this one. Reminds me of the Ossiarch Bone Reaper offerings as well, and the hopefully not too far to be released White King, and some of the other Gravelord models that are coming out. But yeah, you can make him as a Lord Regent as well. Then you've got the Ballista, £31.50. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen this at 20 or 25, but past the £30 mark for a single Ballista. You just know it's going to be good as well, the rules. It's going to have a very nice range. It's going to do a fair bit of damage because it can fire a special blinding attack as well. I mean, that quiver is huge. But yeah, it'd be interesting to find out just how many of these you can have in a unit. And then we've got Alania and Elathor, Eclipsean War Sages. These are the 2 powerful heroes in one. £29. Okay, I thought that they would be over the £30 or so. But yeah, you've got the Owl Kicker and this dude in a really cool pose. I would have preferred them separate, but at that price, separately, they're going to be £23 each, aren't they? Or at least £20 each. So, yeah, you're getting 2 for 1. It reminds me very much of the Slaanesh offering. But yeah, I like the models like individually, but her perching on this, but for me at least, it just doesn't work. But there we go. Then you've got the Techless book, the Broken Realms. I think I've already mentioned this is 152 pages, so it's a bit of a thick one this time. And as Games Workshop have pointed out, you don't necessarily need that new Lumineth battle tome, because all of the new releases, including Alania and Venari and the Ballista, are all included in this Broken Realms book, so you can just pick that up rather than another battle tome. And then you've got the battle tome itself, just a standard edition. Really like that cover art. It's fantastic. You've got the Hurricane Wind Mage. Yeah, his price point, I mean, he is on a flying stand and he's got a bit of a scenic base and he's on a cloud, and I really would like to make some Dragon Balls to just rest on that cloud somehow and turn him into a Goku. Maybe I'll have his clothing as orange to fit the Dragon Ball Z theme. But yeah, I'm not too sure about the really large horns, but there we go. And it is a single pose, single option kit for £23.50. The Banner Blade, yeah, £21, not too bad. It's a massive banner there though, and he's going to come in a box. So yeah, really going to stand out. I know it's one sprue, but I just wish they did more kind of big banners for Space Marines and other armies. That would be cool. But there we are. They used to do a load of banners for Space Marines, put them on the back of power plants and things. But yeah, they stopped doing that. You've got the Cenari Lawseeker, this Battle Mage, £18.50. Strike down foes with sword and spell. Some of these units I'm really not sure that they need. But it now brings the total unit count at least to almost double the Ardeneth Deepkin. Fair amount of models they've got now. A lot has been invested in Lumineth. Then you've got the Cenari Caligrave, £18.50. This dude on his sort of stilt clog shoes, with this strange lamp going on. Quite straightforward model. You've got the hardback book, £18. Yeah, this just drives home my theory of all the hardback books being £18 from now on. Moving down, you've got some e-publications for the codexes, for the battle tomes and the books. You can pre-order the Vampire Genevieve paperback though, £15. Must be huge. Doesn't say how many pages. However, that is how much the book is on Amazon, and it is almost 850 pages. So a very, very thick book there. And then you've got the Lumineth Realm Lords War Scroll cards, and you've got Luther First of the Fallen in hardback, Horus Heresy novel. Lovely cover art. Finally, you've got the new Marvel comic of Marnius Calgar, £4.99. So there you go, an absolute mammoth amount of pre-orders today. I can't believe it. I hope we really do get a break next weekend. And there's nothing coming out until the 9th of April or so. Hoping we might even get another break, but you never know. Come the 9th of April, we might just get the Cursed City release, followed by the Soulblight Gravelords. Anyway, what do you guys think of all of these pre-orders? Are you with me? Do you think Games Workshop could have, should have, spread these releases over? I guess they're toying with the strategy now of it's cheaper just to have, send one like lorry with all of these releases rather than, deliver them piecemeal. They're not going anywhere. None of these models, none of the standard models. So don't think that you're going to feel like you're missing out at all. They'll be around for a long, long time. You only have to look at all of the other ranges, and there are models on there that are over 20 years. So if you have an inkling for Lumineth Realm Lords, I implore you to return to the channel next weekend and the following weeks, where I will be running down every single unit as I did before, with some tasty other models that are yet to be revealed on the channel of Super Saiyan. You could also leave a comment down below on what you have pre-ordered, if anything, today. That'd be interesting to find out if you pre-ordered anything from Lumineth, really. And that's it for my massive news and pre-order video today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.